Morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. We're stepping back in time today. I've brought you to where we used to live when we were kids. I've also got a guest with me, a guest presenter. It's me brother Michael.
Good morning. Hope you're all well.
I've dragged him out of bed. He's usually still in bed at this time.
Yeah.
We're at Woodside Mount, at the bottom end of Woodside in Boothtown, and I'll take you for a little walk round to show you where how it used to be. I think we moved down here roughly about 1967. Is that right? It's about 60 before you were born.
Before I was born, yeah.
You were born 67, and we lived at number 2, which is the house in front of us. And as you can see, we had a bit of a feature. Crossless chimney.
The building.
Yeah. Now you can't see it from here, but from the view from our front room window was 1857. And that's when the chimney was built, or when the chimney was completed. There's a better view of it here. I'll just show you it. Yeah, I've had constant nightmares about being stuck on the top of this bloody thing for years and years. It sort of affected me forever. Yeah, I have dreams that I'm stuck on the bloody ledge at the top and I can't get down. So that's
How tall is it?
just under 300 foot. Yeah, hell of a construction. What I'll do, we'll take you on here and I'll just show you this. There's a little track at the end. Now my dad used to work at Crossley's Carpets, which is that's where the chimney is, and we moved down in, I think, about 66, 67 to live at Woodside, so we were nearer home. We lived up at Queensbury at the time, which was a bit of a trek for him, catching the bus there and back every morning, and often walking as well. Now there's a track, I think it's down here somewhere, and he used to get up in the morning. I think it's down there somewhere. It's all obviously is no more, and it's all sealed off, but there's like a little footpath that you could go up and down.
Foundations.
Yeah, the foundations for it are there, so it is all sealed off now, so that was that bit done.
I think that was about the limit as far as it could go.
Yeah, because he did say, I can remember him saying that when we moved down here, he said I could literally roll out of bed and I'm into work straight away. So it must have made it a bit easier for him. So he worked at Victoria Shed, which we'll have a wander around there one of these days, just to show you what it's like there. Right, off we go. There's what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, looks like
It's like a paint, obviously paint.
Yeah, I think there was. Yeah. Now this street, Woodside Mount, of course there were loads of kids living down here. There were me, Bernadette, Michael, and next door there were Ian and David MacDonald. There was a lad called Stephen Lees, he used to live there, and one or two other lads. And basically this street here, this was our football pitch in season. And then when the cricket came round, that lamppost there, that's one of the new ones, but it was an old-fashioned street lamppost, and that was our cricket stumps for summer. So yeah, we must have replayed the World Cup from '66 and every other competition that we used to replay.
And then got ball going through a window.
Yeah. Michael's just reminded me. We were playing football one day. We just finished a game. I think it might have been Man United versus Benfica European Cup, and we'd finished the match, and basically I thought I'll just lob the ball over the wall into the yard, but I think I kicked it too hard and it went straight through.
Circle, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You could have put
it went
expected ban in.
it went straight through kitchen window. I think my mum and dad were sat there having the Sunday lunch or something, but there were a perfect circle in the window where
Gentle tap.
I can still see the faces looking out. It was quite well, it worked for it at the time. I was bloody crapping myself. I thought this is going to cost me paper round money for for the next few months. Oh dear. Yeah, on these streets here, we're all as mates. I think a lad lived there at number 6. I'd call George Taylor. Everybody's mums and dads worked down at Dean Clough at Crossley's Carpets. So everybody knew each other. Before we go into the streets, I'm going to show you, they're like basically like stone built Coronation Street style rows of houses. But I'll just show you this. This was another memorable part of living down here. We're just approaching a place called Donkey Hill. I'll just show you this. Absolutely bloody amazing how.
Yeah, this was about the limit to my playing area, so
All right.
yeah.
Now then, this is a cobbled road, a cobbled lane called Donkey Hill, and it leads down to Old Lane, which backs onto. You've got Dean Clough, so you can walk down this way, you end up on Old Lane, and eventually into Halifax town centre. But in the deep, dark, bloody throngs of winter, when it was thick as snow, that was our Winter Olympics. We used to set off on sledges and race each other down bloody hill. We used to set off from just where that white car is there, and it was thick as snow. There were no gritters coming down or out like that. We just had to crack on. There were hardly any cars. Only rich folk had cars, and I think there were only 2 or 3 that could have afforded them, really. Yep, so we set off, whizzing down this road here on the sledges, and then straight down the hill. How the bloody hell we weren't injured, I don't know. It we're just looking back now. Well, yeah, good fun. Right, we'll have a walk up here. I'll show you some of the back streets of what was here at the time.
They're all a lot better kept back in the day, though, aren't they?
There's none of this. There's none of all this crap everywhere. They were just. I think they took a bit more pride in the houses in those days. When you think in the 60s, well, when we came down in 66, the Second World War had only been over 20 years. 20 years is a long time in a child's, the way a child looks at it, but if I look, or if we look back 20 years, it's nothing, is it? It's nothing. So they'd, a lot of the blokes that were living here with the families, they'd probably been fighting in the Second World War, and some of the older ones obviously in the First World War. Now this is Woodside Crescent. I keep saying I'm going to bring you back, but I am going to bring you back on some drugs obs that I did years and years later when I was in the police. It was back end of my career. We were doing some drugs observations down here. There was quite a bit of drug dealing, probably still is. So yeah, this is Woodside Crescent. I actually learned how to ride a 2-wheeler bike Well, it was a while later when I actually got a two-wheeler that a pal of mine, he'd got one for Christmas. He said, "Oh, go on, mate, and have a go. See if you can sort that one out." So I jumped on it and set off. That were it. My first lesson on riding a two-wheel bike, and I cracked it. Yep. So off we go. Blimey. I think that was probably here when when we were growing up. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. You see these, they're all cobbled alleyways between the houses. They were mostly built in late 1800s, so a lot of planning went into them regarding what they'd had in Victorian times, where they were rethinking how to build houses, so they had gaps in between. They'd cleared a load of older houses in slum clearance, but these were built really for the mill workers down at Dean Clough and other mills that they've got around Halifax. What's your first thoughts of being living down here, Michael? When we
It seems a lot narrower than what it.
yeah,
Obviously, we were smaller back then.
yeah. Because I think you must have been about 3-year-old
Yeah,
when we moved from there.
yeah. I can remember moving from there.
Yeah,
I remember playing out.
Yeah.
And I think it just looked a lot smaller than what I remembered it. But
yeah.
yeah.
Of course, we did have some fun and games here when we were kids, especially at bonfire night. We used to get fireworks from a paper shop. I'll show you, it's a bit further up the road there. And we used to sellotape the little red bangers together, looked like 3 or 4 sellotape together, and set fire to the blue touch paper. Never mind stand well back, we used to run well back, because when it went off in these alleyways, it were a proper explosion, and I feel sorry for the poor buggers that lived on either side, because
yeah, you know, it's one thing I didn't really take much notice of when you were kids, how much noise you're making.
Yeah,
it's echoing now. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
Putting them fireworks.
Oh, they used to, you know, if they ever lived in these, whoever lived in these end houses, bloody hell, it must have been horrendous. We were booting a football around and all sorts of stuff. So I think the police got called a few times, and we used to run off.
I mean, in holidays, obviously, when schools are broken up, we were full of kids down
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So a lot more kids, but
Yeah. Right. Onwards we go. This must be is it Woodside View, this one? Yeah, I think it's Woodside View. This house here, number 14, that were a shop. I remember that being a shop. And Michael seems to think there were another shop further up.
yeah.
It's a bit further up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they've made an effort here. It looks lovely. Yeah.
Palm trees.
Yeah.
Palm trees in Woodside.
Yeah. Yeah. Bloody hell, they've done a really good job there. I like that. At least they're taking some pride in the place, aren't they? And it's just, I mean, folk living there when I were growing up, they'd have been really old, like 67. Like,
Remember some guys from the First World War.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Some of them they'd be like 67 and really, really old. Like, like like I am now. Yeah, there'd been some old characters, and yeah, that'd have been. I wish now, when I look back, I wish I spoke to some of these guys, because they'd have had a right story to tell.
Yeah.
Oh, this one, yeah. This house here, a pal of mine called Steve Marron, he lived there with his he had another brother and a few sisters, but his dad were a really, really keen Man United supporter, and I always used to, I don't think he ever wore out else, but a blazer with Man United crest on. uh, and that was in. Yeah, it must have been middle of winter. We used to go to Steve's and play endless games of Subbuteo, wearing our jeans and his elbows out on crossless carpets that were down on the floor. So we used to be playing bloody Subbuteo for forever and ever.
I think it's just I think.
I can't remember this one. I can remember the one we just pointed out. I think that was called Molly's.
I don't think it were open for so long.
No, I can't really remember. I can't remember another shop being up here, but
my dad taking us to visit an old lady up there.
Yeah.
One of these ones.
Yeah.
Because this is the one
That's it. There's loads of little alleyways here.
Yeah.
There's one which a bit of a bad incident there. A lass called Olive Smelt who lived down at Woodside Road, and she was one of the Ripper victims, but she actually survived miraculously. So that was it was the next alleyway down. Poor lass had only been out, was on her way home, and he belted up back at head. So yeah, we'll go down this way. That's it. You could quite easily get lost on here. It's.
I think some of them have been at different times as well. Not built.
No.
Might have been about 20 years now.
Yeah. This looks like another shop. It's got like a shop front window on it.
This is it. Yeah.
Is this the one you're thinking about?
What I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
I don't think we're open long.
No.
It's had a lot of competition with these other two shops down at the bottom.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I'm sure that was obviously a shop, and I'm sure there were one next door as well at 31.
I think that might have been one as well.
Yeah.
Back to like
Yeah.
Topley model village, because had little shops.
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah. That was
today,
that was definitely a shop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty sure of that.
This is,
You can tell with the how they've sort of filled everything in. Oh yeah, I can remember. My mum sent me up for a pint of milk. I think my dad was just on his way home from work, and I must have glugged the last of the milk. So she gave me some money to go up and get a pint of milk. And basically, on my way back, I was dashing back, and I tripped up. Down the alleyway, and landed on the broken glass and split me. Bloody, it's still there now. Still got the mark to prove it. So, and that's where that happened. I must have been running down that alleyway on my way home before my dad got home.
I've actually got a picture of our Thomas with his jacket, a little red jacket on.
Yeah.
I think it'd have been about, that's when living down
Oh,
at
Woodside Crescent.
Yeah. It's to do with this.
Yeah. This here, it's you can see where the vent's been filled in. This is the old Woodside chippy.
The window's gone and filled all that in.
Yeah. It were a family. Well, the chap who ran it were called Milan. I think he was from Yugoslavia, but you can see there it's obviously an old shop, and well, that was the old fish and chip shop. That's where we used to get his fish chips and mushy peas from. Yeah, so
What that used on?
Woodside had been used quite a few times for filming. Woodside Terrace is where they filmed the last. I think it might have been the last series of Happy, or the last episode of Happy Valley, when they were doing a drugs raid there, and this is where Sergeant Cath got walloped. So yeah. So I say there's been a lot of changes around here, and like I said in my other videos, some of it's for the better, some of it isn't. You know, I think it's just a sign of the times, but
probably a bit more tarmac on
yeah,
the road.
yeah. I'll just go down here and just show you a bit more of what Woodside used to be like. Like I say, there's another alleyway down there. That's yeah, I used to go tearing down there playing football, and another game that we called Japs and Commandos. We used to split up into 2 teams, pick up some weapons. Well, when I say weapons, there were bits of sticks and stuff, and we used to charge around trying to reenact the old war films that were on. So yeah, good fun. Yeah, for hand grenades we had pine cones. We had a load of pine cones, so that's we were all tooled up. I think you might have been too young, Michael. You might have been one of the hostages we were trying to free.
Taking my sweets off me.
Yeah. Right, across here there were a little factory further down here where that doctor's surgery is, and this play area, this was the site of Woodside swimming baths, where we all, if it were a rainy day, we used to all leg it to the swimming pool, learn how to swim, and we used to be in there quite a lot. It was a nice little pool really, but
nice big Victorian building, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, it was a purpose-built swimming pool, and they rived it down, they closed it, refitted it with new boilers, and then a few months later they rived it all down. So, and this is what they've got, a play area. Yeah, I've been up here a few times, never actually seen any kids playing in it, so that's another fine mess. Another fine mess they got us into. This end house here with lamp, that's another one of my pals, a lad called Gerard and Frank Ludus. They were 2 brothers. They were part of our football team. Yeah. So we're coming up to a row of shops now, and I'll explain what the shops were in the day. Quite a thriving little community really, this and the Woodside, and then Boothtown further up the road. There were shops and houses either side of the road, but they rived all them down in their wisdom and replaced it with hardly out. Right. This was an hairdresser's. I think it still is. This one here, I'm pretty sure it were a jeweller's shop at one time. Then I think it turned into a chippy, isn't it? A chippy. Yeah, it was a chip shop. Just about here, there was a phone box where we used to ring up and. Shouldn't have done it really, but kids are kids, aren't they? Used to ring up and ask for police. Yeah, that worked right, good game. This here, this Mount Vapes, this were newsagents. And my dad used to get his Halifax courier from. I used to deliver papers from there. I used to sell toys and all sorts of other bits and pieces. Footballs, you know, called Wembley footballs. Yeah, they were Wembley footballs, and I can't remember getting paid. I used to cash it all in for bloody toys and stuff, sweets and stuff. This one here, 111. Looking at it, I seem to think it was a butcher's shop. Looking at the tiling on the side there, and I think. Yeah, I can't remember the name, but I think it was his granddad that had the shop, and they lived above. Tasty China, I'm not really sure what that was. I can't remember what that one was. Gallery Kitchens, I think that ended up being I think one of these two ended up being like a kiddies clothes shop. Tasty China and Gallery Kitchens. So, yeah. Of course, across the road, it's been going into the park. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time around here when we were kids. So, yeah, there's another view there of the Woodside and down towards the across this chimney. This one, it used, yeah, it's a print. It's been Reuben Holroyd's printers, and yeah, I think it must have been economic at one time. Yeah. There's what?
Like the grocers.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. We're coming up to another shop. There were plenty of shops around here. Little sort of sweet shops and tobacconists. Bloody hell, what's he doing? Yeah.
Johnny Great.
I don't think you saw that one, but yeah. I think he's from Ebden Bridge. Right, this one. What do you remember this one as, Michael?
I remember it being a butcher's, but most of the time it was shut.
Yeah.
It was closed for years. But
Yeah.
at the door, and they had like a little hole you could look through. Obviously, they had like tiles on the wall.
Yeah.
With a cow's head, and I was looking through. I thought, oh, yeah. Must have been a butcher's.
Yeah.
But,
Well, in 2000, it became. We used to call it the Mars Bar shop. There were an advert for Mars bars. I don't know what the proper name was, but it was always. Our kids used to call it the Mars Bar shop. So. Yeah.
And there were a row of houses there, weren't there? Before the built Manchester.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, there was.
Alleyway, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Like a little snicket to go through.
Yeah.
Or Guinea, I should say.
Yeah.
It's like running through there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's strange going back, isn't it, and having a look round.
Oh, yeah.
And
it all looks a lot
Just re-
smaller now. But
yeah,
obviously
yeah.
we were
This were another shop. I think it were I'll just show you this one. This were another shop. I think it were. They sold wigs. We used to. It was a wig shop, and we used to bray on the door and run off. So, have you got?
It's too late.
Yeah. So, have you got one for Bobby Charlton?
No, I remember you buying some karate badges.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This were the Friendly Inn.
It certainly was.
We nicknamed it the Unfriendly. I can't remember the reason why now, but yeah. But if we just go around the corner here, there's a big advert for a brewery.
Still playing pool in there.
Yeah, Shire Ale, Standard Stout, Friendly Inn. I think it's apartments now. But we used to have some rip-roaring nights in there. Friendly Inn at Boothtown. Can't remember the last time I went in, but yeah.
I think it was like mid-80s for me, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, used to go there.
Yeah.
Used to go to coach and horses.
Oh yeah. Right, we're on his way. Across the road there's Bankfield Museum. A little guy called David lived here. I think he was a bus driver. Yeah.
The allotments at that, didn't
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
old man as well doing his gooseberries and stuff.
Yeah. Yep, and that leads to Bankfield Museum, Duke of Wellington's Regimental Museum there. It's worth a visit if you're in the area. It's not just army stuff, they do textiles, and like they've covered a lot of the textiles that were going on in the town. That was a convent.
You weren't there going there, would you?
No, no, that's where the nuns lived. Down here, these houses were here. They're relatively new. Like my brother said, there were.
But you can still walk up.
Yeah.
Not the Statue of Our Lady. But obviously this were like we've been brought up camp. The nuns who lived in the convent here actually taught at St. Joseph's School. So,
Yeah.
the new year.
Yeah.
It's a care home now, aren't
Yeah, we're just going into the grounds of the old convent. You say it's a care home now?
they? Yeah.
Yeah.
We did have a statue of Our Lady there, but I don't know if it's still
Yeah.
there or not.
Yeah. But I haven't been up here for a few years. So this is, like I say, this is a care home now. Yeah, I won't go too far to keep the privacy of these folk, the inmates. So, yeah, very good.
Yeah. Well, I have to serve mass in there as well sometimes. I've been an altar boy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Garden better kept, I would say.
Yeah.
Remember having gates on? They had big gates on, didn't they?
Yeah.
Iron gates on.
Yeah.
Obviously they've gone.
Yeah, everything changes. It looks completely different. Right, we're back across the road. That's the gates to the graveyard, or burial ground, whatever it were classed as.
That was the same. Also,
Yeah,
big church at the bottom.
yeah. Yeah, I used to. That was like the main entrance for the graveyard.
Now in the 80s, I remember one of these gates falling off and landing on somebody.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bloody
Some
hell.
weight on them.
Yeah,
Obviously hospital.
big iron gates. Aye. So yeah, we're just coming up to. It's called Ackroyd, and it's named after Colonel Ackroyd. He'd had a go at making a model village. Did a lot for local charities and stuff. But I can't remember what a lot of these shops were. The one here, I think it was called Rita Davidson.
Yeah.
It was like a second-hand clothes shop. This one here, Hot and Spicy, that were a greengrocers. I think Bernadette worked there on a Saturday. Pretty sure she did. Oh yeah. 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 We love desserts. Just say desserts, do it, not deserts. I think it was a foreign legionnaire that set it up. This was cleaners. Oh, it still is. A dry cleaning shop there. Yeah, I think it was a video shop. This one here, Sullivan's. Yeah, there were some cracking sandwiches in there. There's Tricia and Jeb. It were called, oh, what were it called before? Stanton's. It was called Stanton's before. It was like a little mini supermarket. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we're just doing a bit. We're just doing a bit of local filming. This is Trisha and Jeb over. The check's in the post. We'll call back. Yeah, I used to go to school with them, so they do know me. I'm just gate crashed and photo bombed them. This is Chester Road. Well, go on. I'll take you on a bit further. We're off to another house that we lived in. This is Flying Dutchman pub. It's where I had my first proper pint. I think it was about 14 pence for a pint of best.
Not last time we bought a bloody round.
Yeah, I used to. I came home on leave. I joined Navy at 16, and I came home on leave. And I used to go out in my uniform, and I used to get served. But looking at the photographs, I don't know how the hell I didn't look bloody 12. Never mind 16. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think they were a Polish family called Kowalski. They lived there. I think his name was, I can't remember his name, but he used to play football. There were a family called the Finns, and I think that belonged to the Catholic Church at one time. But
yeah, Father Newman lived in that one.
So yeah.
The 4 stories high these, you got your cellar.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. This one here, I think the council were dishing out grants to get the houses sandblasted. As you can see, the rest of the rows being sandblasted. But there were a family here that said no, we don't want that. We don't want it. And I think really, it looks a lot better for what looks a lot better as it is. You know, it was like a fashion, like a fad that they went round stone cleaning everything. I think it was a bit of a, I don't know what the idea was behind it, but they'd have probably been better just leaving it, because it's stained again now. But as time went on, the mill's closed down, there are no chimneys pumping out all the stuff. It's sort of gradually cleaned itself anyway. So yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Ben. Mrs. Ben used to live there. A lad called Carlton Smith. Yeah. He sent me a message the other week. Yeah, and a lad called Alan Whitehead. We used to call him the bicycle repairman, because he was a whiz on engineering. I think that's what he ended up becoming.
That's great cars as well.
Oh yeah. This one here, this is another one of our old houses, 37F. Absolutely massive inside compared to.
They're just doing it up, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're just in the process of doing it all up. But
I got
compared,
a million memories now of
yeah, I'll just come across here and we'll see the house in the full size. It was absolutely massive compared to Woodside Mount. I can't remember, was it 4 bedrooms? And then we had another 2.
Yeah,
like another 2 bedrooms.
Yeah. And small bedroom. And the other bedroom where you made that beer with me.
Yeah.
Bottles exploded, stunk.
Yeah.
And I take that 2 bedrooms up there as well.
Yeah. So yeah, we lived there. I joined Navy from there. So that's, yeah. I'd love to have a look inside. I think Bernadette spoke to some of them, and they're on about try to put it back to how it was. Yeah, I think it's a lovely house.
I got pictures there.
It's a lovely house.
I think you took the pictures actually.
Yeah.
Me and Marie and my dad sat
Yeah.
on the step.
Oh, aye. Beverly Place. Now then. Yeah, there were lots of, like I say, there were lots of kids, and we all went out
Played out
playing football and everything else that we did. This is Boothtown Methodist Church.
Youth club there, didn't they?
Yeah. All right.
Youth club.
What's happened to that?
They demolished it.
The ball. Yeah.
They put an extension on, then obviously in
Yeah.
the 70s. That look a bit,
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
And they
Is it
demolished it.
BYC on it? Boothtown Youth Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember this
But
bit of road?
the good thing, they used to do regular jumble sales, and I used to get all sorts of stuff there. It was, I can remember going home with I can't, what the hell was it? Was it there or somewhere else? I bought a bloody Second World War gas mask. I turned up with that. And oh God. It didn't go down right well, because I don't think Mum were right impressed with war. Right, yeah. So,
Yeah, a lot of part of the church hall, wasn't it?
yeah.
Obviously,
Oh, aye.
demolished it and rebuilt on
Yeah.
that same bit.
This is Square Park. We used to, when we moved up here, this was the scene of more top class football competitions that we used to run. It makes me sound as though I'm a great footballer, or I was a great footballer. I'm bloody terrible at it. I only used to get picked because my dad was manager. Yeah.
I turned up
I
and
used
sacked
to-
the team off.
Yeah, I used to think I were Emily News or somebody like that. I just, yeah,
We've got photographs, obviously, but
yeah,
not a lot, because we didn't take a lot of photos, did we?
No.
Back in the day.
no,
I think we stood about here somewhere. My dad put tent up. Remember when my dad put tent up? We
Yeah.
tested the tent out before I went to Scotland.
bloody hell.
We put it up here.
There'd be no left of it now, would there? Some bugger would nick it, wouldn't they?
Oh,
But
I don't think I kept it up for long.
No.
Just test firing it for September
but
holidays.
it were a lovely park, and it were well kept, and yeah.
Played out for hours of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think that was Queen Victoria.
That Queen Victoria. Yeah. But that lad I was telling you about, Alan, he climbed up it. I don't know. He just for a crack. Yeah. He just climbed up it, and I think his mum came down and gave him a bollocking and told him to get down. But, yeah.
Went into it. I mean, it's not just it's quite ornate, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think just
A lot of work gone into that, hasn't there?
yeah.
But we,
Colonel
that's
Ackroyd-
there we used to.
Colonel Ackroyd's handiwork again.
Yeah.
But I think these had acorns on top, and obviously acorn were emblem for Ackroyd, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
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 So, you see any acorns? That's where.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they have tennis courts?
Yeah, over there.
Like back of here as well.
Yeah. Well, they were over. That's where tennis courts were over there.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. They probably call it something else now, won't they? I don't know. Goodies and baddies or something. They don't want to insult any nationality. Yeah. So we used to kick football around here. There were some brothers called Sullivan Brothers. We used to all meet here, and we must have spent hours and hours playing football on here. And it was good times really. I mean, there's a couple of kids there at school holidays, but this place used to be packed.
Yeah.
We used to be playing a game called Euro Cup and attack and defence, and all sorts of different games. I'll just show you this one. It were I think we'd gone up to Scotland or somewhere, went camping one September break, and while we were away, one of the lads decided to climb this tree. I think it was Gerald Ludus. I think he decided to climb the tree and fell, and his armpit landed on one of these spikes.
Oh, that one at Lassie's.
Was it?
Top corner, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were there, and obviously we couldn't lift him up because he obviously got his arm.
Yeah.
The spike had gone through his arm.
Yeah.
Because it really traumatised me, because obviously all kids just ran off.
Yeah.
Mrs. Lassie, Maureen Lassie, she was a district nurse, so obviously I remember fire engine coming up.
Bloody hell.
Getting him off, but yeah.
Yeah. Was it further up then? I
Up,
pictured
just in the
it.
top corner.
Yeah.
But these
I-
had like.
They didn't have those round things on. They were
No,
just. They
they
were
were all
like
rusty
proper.
and-
Yeah.
But it
Gone up his.
fallen through.
God.
And, it was left out. But I'd only been about 5 or 6. It just absolutely traumatised me. Yeah.
Hiya. I can remember.
Up here as well, didn't they?
There's what?
They had galas up here as
Oh
well.
yeah. 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 I used to have all sorts, and they had like a stall where you could win some pomaine.
Whatever made you want.
Yeah. No age limits with that stuff. My mate told me that if you drink it through a straw, you get drunk quicker. Which just made me belch.
Depends how thick straw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're up in that top corner.
Yeah.
He serves.
Yeah.
There were a tennis court in that bit.
Yeah.
Sort of posh kids. And there were one on the other side as well.
Yeah. I can't
Give
remember
me
that one.
On the other side. Cause they had,
remember that.
remember having we must have had like a barbecue, and we went over, and first time I drank ginger ale. It was
Yeah.
really strong. It must have been homemade stuff. My dad said, yeah, have some of this. But yeah, a bit too strong for me with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can remember me and my pal camping out here, me and Mick Foy one summer. We decided to camp out. About 4 o'clock in the morning we got up, absolutely bloody starving and thirsty and stuff, and I'd hate going home because I'd be waking everybody up. So we left it, and then about 6 o'clock we heard milkman coming to one of the houses down at Chester Road. Yeah, admitting crimes of the past. And then,
Get some milk and something.
yeah, anyway we borrowed a pint of milk for his breakfast. Oh dearie me.
That's right.
Yeah. We sat in tent, bloody try to destroy the evidence. Bloody hell. I don't know.
I think we've got a couple of photos here, haven't we?
Yeah.
As we were knocking about.
Yeah. I can remember a photograph of you on Memorial there, where those kids are sat at the moment.
Didn't fit me arm, right? But
Yeah, because you had a big. I think my mother put a big woolly hat on you, just to add to the embarrassment. She was an expert at bloody making us wear bloody odd stuff. I was telling Michael the other day that it's funny what you remember when you start talking to each other. But I think my feet had grown that much. I'd outworn my wellies. She said, "Oh, I've got something here for you. This'll be better than wellies for keeping your feet warm in snow." And it were a pair of her boots, like bloody fur top boots. I'm trolling off to work and trolling off to school at St Joseph's, and she said, "Oh, look at mine." And I said, "Yeah, these are from my cousin. He lives in Russia." Yeah, thanks, Mum.
yeah, so
Yeah.
37F again.
Yeah, we're back at 37F again. Like I say, they were a bit more like a bloody mansion compared to other places we'd lived. So, and it's got a cellar where we used to keep.
Queensbury.
Yeah.
That Jackie and Jeanette. And we didn't have air beds back then, so we took mattresses off the beds. Off the beds up we slept on. And they couldn't get them in, so we had to empty out the van. Can you remember? They pulled all the stuff out. Remember all the stuff? It looked like it had an explosion up back. It must have been about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
They took everything out of the van and put it all back in again, restacked it.
Yeah. Flipping out. I can remember one, it must be last year I went up. They'd hired a van. We used to hire a van every year from Pelham Van Hire up at Pelham Lane. Just an old, well, it was quite a new, it would have been a new one in those days, but it was a Ford Transit van. Oh, there's one here. Bloody hell, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah. It weren't like that. Well, that's a bit
weird, isn't it?
Well, I organised them to come on just to filming. Yeah, that I looked in back. I think it was last year that I actually went to Scotland with them all. There were 2 families, and I can remember looking it back at the van when my mother was sat there on a rocking chair. God knows what they thought when we pulled up at these campsites in Scotland. They thought, bloody clampets.
Clampets have turned up.
Coming down from hills for a holiday. Oh dear. Dearie me.
Just try to think of people who lived in these.
Mrs. Foran. I think Mrs. Foran, one at
wasn't it?
Teachers, yeah. Foran's Butchers down at Woodside.
Yeah.
We're trying to think what the butcher's shop we called it. We were called Foran's. Yeah.
At Lassie's, wasn't it?
Number 5 at Lassie's. The end ones.
Lister.
Peter Lister lived on next to End.
Yeah.
And the Ropers, Phil and Adrian.
Yeah.
Uh,
Funny that, I remember.
yeah. Like I say, we're all, I think Peter won at goalkeepers. On the team. Yeah. I think Adrian and Philip, they passed away. I think Adrian passed away a few months ago, yeah. Yeah. So yeah. That's the I can't remember the family that lived there, but they totally disagreed with sandblasting thing. So
I remember seeing a picture in back of the museum now with these houses.
yeah,
The
these here, that's where tennis courts were.
yeah.
They're relatively new.
You should
Well,
through.
yeah.
And,
Used to see all.
tap if we get water.
Yeah, yeah. So there's what?
That's what they're like, garages and stuff like
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these were garages. Yeah, that's Beverley Terrace and Beverley Place. So it's like stepping back in time, isn't it?
that. Oh, aye.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, very much so. It's
Uh,
like loads of memories that are just all like, wow.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. And here we are back at Chester Road.
that's where doctors
Yeah, I think it was at 26. I can't remember.
are.
Yeah, yeah. I think doctors were at 26, and then he moved. That was Dr. McKennell, and then Dr. Singh took over. Right nice chap. And he moved across the road there. You can see where that door's been sealed up. That was doctors. Yeah. So come to end of the film, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I think we're going to have to do another few round here. I loved it when they sent me to work down in Halifax in overtime, because one of the sergeants said, what you like on 10B? I said, oh, I know the area, so I'll struggle through and get through it all. But basically all I did, I were all on overtime, and basically all I did, I set off on foot and walked up. I went visiting all my relatives that lived up here, because they all lived within the square mile, didn't they? They're only me that emigrated to Ebden Bridge. I think that's what my mum thought we were doing. I can remember when Thomas moved to Huddersfield. Oh, I'll never see him. I'll hardly see him again. Bloody hell, where's he going? Is it?
You came back and going back to my roots.
Yeah, is it bloody Huddersfield or Honduras? Anyway, we'll call it a do. We're going to pop into Sully's now for a sandwich. So, yeah, great to see you, Michael. And
Good to see you.
Yeah,
Take care.
if you sent money for filming that I've done, that'll be fine.
Yeah, checks it
All
post.
right. Yeah. Brilliant. All right then. We'll see you soon. Take care. Look after your son. See ya. Bye bye.
Bye.